Today on the Stay at Home Chef, I'm showing you how to make cheesy scalloped potatoes. I love scalloped potatoes. They are total comfort food. Add on a little extra cheese and you have an indulgent dish that's perfect for those long winter months and all of those holidays where you need delicious, tasty side dishes. We're going to start by peeling our russet potatoes, and I wanted to show you a little trick that I use. Now it's really simple. I lay down a paper towel so that as I am peeling my potatoes, all of the peels end up on the paper towel so that when I'm done, cleanup becomes a total breeze. It's simple, but it's effective, and it makes life just a little bit easier. Next, we need to slice all of our potatoes nice and thin. The easiest way to do this is with a food processor. You can also use a mandolin or slice it by hand with a knife. That's probably the hardest way to do it, but it can be done. I run mine through the food processor because it is so fast. I honestly don't know how I lived before a food processor. We're going to take all of these sliced potatoes, and you can see that they're nice and thin. We're going to pour them all into a large mixing bowl. Make sure you get them all out. Then pour on 1 cup of heavy cream, and then we'll add some cheesy goodness with 1/2 cup of freshly grated Parmesan cheese. And you want to make sure you're using freshly grated, not that stuff from the plastic can. Then we're going to season things up with 2 cloves of minced garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then I just use tongs to toss this all together. You want to give this a good toss until you feel like all of the spices and the garlic and everything have been evenly dispersed. Then we're going to pour all of this into a lightly greased 9x9 baking dish. Now, if you want to be all fancy, you can place each slice individually and create nice little rows or nice little layers and be all fancy. But I'm about keeping life simple because this is comfort food for me. So I'm just dumping it in the pan. Then I'm going to take some sharp cheddar cheese and sprinkle it on top to add in some extra cheesy goodness that I promised. And that's it. I bet you never knew that scalloped potatoes could be so easy to put together. Next, we're going to bake this in a 350-degree oven for about 1 hour. Or until your potatoes are tender, which will depend on how thin you are able to cut them, so adjust the cooking time accordingly. If you're worried about the cheese browning too much on top because your oven is a browner, simply place a piece of aluminum foil loosely over the top. This will stop the cheese from browning anymore, and you can finish baking your potatoes until they're tender. And then you're ready to eat. Thanks for watching. You can find the full written recipe in the video description. Be sure to subscribe and check out the rest of my channel, where you can find hundreds of restaurant quality recipes you can easily make at home. See you later.